Bonjour, welcome to Possessive Adjectives Part 1. Possessive adjective modifies a noun by telling us who the noun belongs to. So, as we know, en français, adjectives must agree in gender and number with the nouns they modify. What does that mean? For an adjective to agree in gender, that means a feminine form of the adjective modifies feminine nouns. A masculine form of that adjective will modify masculine nouns. And to agree in number means that you need a singular form or a plural form, depending on if the noun is singular or plural. So we're going to have words that tell us who things belong to, like my, your, his, her, and they're adjectives, so they have to agree in gender and number with those nouns. So we're going to start with the French words for my. In English we just have my, but they have, of course, 3 words because we have the feminine form, the masculine form, and the plural form. So these words are ma, mon, mes, and hopefully it will be easy for you to remember that ma is feminine because it's like the definite article la, which is feminine, and me is plural, kind of like the definite article le is plural, and then that just leaves you with mon, which is masculine singular. Okay, so those words again: ma, mon, me. Ma for feminine nouns, mon for masculine nouns, and me for plural nouns. It doesn't matter if they're feminine or masculine. If they're plural, you're going to use me each time that you want to say my with that noun. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through some examples. If you wanted to say, for example, my aunt, this is la tante, the aunt, but if you want to say my aunt, that would be ma tante. Tante is a feminine singular noun, so that's why we use ma. Le cadeau, the gift. My gift would be mon cadeau. We use mon because cadeau is a masculine singular noun. Now, in this case, I have an error, so excuse that. This should say cadeau, just like here. But instead of the gifts, if we want to say my gifts, it would be mes cadeaux. So here we have cadeau singular up top. Oh, that was a sloppy circle, sorry. We have cadeau singular here and cadeau plural here, and you can see the difference. Mon cadeau, mes cadeaux. Okay, down here we're going to look at the word ami, which we know means friend, and this is the masculine form of friend, so this would be a male friend. And to talk about him, you'll say my friend, mon ami. If it's a feminine friend, the word sounds the same, ami. But here you'll notice for this word we're going to use mon instead of ma. We used ma for feminine singular nouns, but this is a feminine singular noun and we're using mon. The reason for that is that ami begins with a vowel, and we would hate to have ma ami because that would be vowels bumping into each other. We know how the French hate that. So we have mon ami for the feminine form of ami. And so you'll ask me, well, how am I supposed to know the difference? Is it a female friend or a male friend? Well, context, or they'll tell you, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Just like in English, we can say my friend, and you can't tell anyway, ever in English. You have to ask. So that's how it goes for ami. All right, so here we have some nouns, a lot of nouns that hopefully you are familiar with. And what I'd like you to do is pause the video and number your paper from 1 to 10 and try to use the word my in place of the definite articles in each one of these noun phrases. So instead of la chambre, for example, you'll say ma chambre. Instead of the bedroom, my bedroom. And so you're going to change each one of these and use a form of ma, mon, or mes, depending on the noun, and then resume the video to check your answers when you've finished. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to try these out, and I'm going to show you the answers now. This is what you should have. You should pause the video again to check your answers, make corrections. You can take the video back to try to understand why some of these answers are what they are if you need to. And when you're ready, resume the video and we will talk about another possessive adjective. All right, so now it's time to talk about your. We've learned my, ma, mon, mes, and now we'll talk about your, ta, ton, and te. Now, these words, ta, ton, te, are only used when you're speaking to someone with whom you would use the subject pronoun tu. So if you would address the person using tu, if you would say to this person, you know, tu es français, or something like that, then you can use ta, ton, and te with this person. So this is informal, and it's also only good if you're talking to only one person. So informal and singular, your. So ta, ton, and te, hopefully you can see the pattern there. It's very similar to ma, mon, mes. And so ta is going to be used for feminine singular nouns, ton for masculine singular nouns, and te for plural nouns, whether they are masculine or feminine. So to walk through the examples again, la tante, if you wanted to say your aunt, you'd say ta tante, because tante is feminine. Tante is feminine. Okay, so that means that we have to use ta with tante. Okay, le cadeau. Le cadeau is a masculine singular noun, so if you want to say your gift, it's ton cadeau. And I have that same error as I did in the earlier scene, so just excuse that. But if you wanted to take cadeau and make it plural, that would be tes cadeaux. Cadeau takes the next one, it's plural, and then tes is the plural form of the possessive adjective. So for your gifts, we have tes cadeaux. Okay, for ami, you'll remember ami is the masculine form, so ton ami makes perfect sense. But we use ton even for the feminine form of ami because ami begins with a vowel. So we're going to say ton ami. Okay, we have another chance for you to try out what you have learned. So you're going to pause the video here. Try to answer these questions from 1 to 10. You're just going to rephrase these phrases. Instead of saying the bedroom, you'll now say your bedroom. So la chambre would go to ta chambre. So give you a chance to work out the other 10 and resume the video when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to write down your answers, and I'll reveal the answers at this time. So you can go back and you want to correct your paper and try to understand your mistakes, but that's it. So that's the end of Possessive Adjectives Part 1.